In the Field with Andy, brought to you by Aurora Co-op.
Well, all right, we're out at Nebraska Feeds here in Grand Island. I'm with Krystal Connolly, Livestock Production Specialist. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. I cover central Nebraska. I work with several different Purina dealers throughout Nebraska, but Nebraska Feeds is our local dealer here in Grand Island that we are very proud of and does a lot of work throughout the year supporting different organizations such as the Nebraska High School Rodeo Association.
Well, yeah, and I mean, we sure do appreciate that sponsorship, because without that sponsorship, we couldn't be doing anything that we do as far as, you know, these live broadcasts of the rodeo. Getting back to the feed side part of it, what should we be really looking at as far as feed for these type of athletic horses?
Well, the biggest thing that comes into feeding an athlete is making sure that you get enough calories into their system so they have the energy to go out and perform. Another thing is making sure that we're taking care of their needs when it comes to protein, making sure that we're helping them build the muscle and not break down that muscle. So Purina launched about 3 years ago a product called Super Sport. It's an amino acid protein supplement that does a really good job of reducing tying up, reducing the recovery time so that we don't have as much stiff and soreness with your horses, especially after a hard day of rodeoing. It's nice to be able to hit them, you know, back out in the arena the next day and not have to take too much of a break.
Now, that Super Sport, is that something that the horses over at Fauner Park, the racehorses, use as well?
There's actually quite a few of them at Fauner Park that use it. You know, in the Kentucky Derby recently, we actually had quite a few of the horses there competing on Super Sport as well. So it's something that a lot of people use that most people don't hear about. So Trevor Brazil is one that uses it. Michelle McLeod, we have a lot of big name. Brittany Posey, she's one that uses it as well in the rodeo industry.
Okay, now, like, for a guy like me, you know, my horse just sits in the yard until we have to move cattle, so it gets a break every, you know, couple of weeks. Should I be looking at Super Sport, or should I be looking at something else?
I would definitely think of looking at something else. Super Sport is more designed for high performance, high-end horses that are working really, really hard. So it's more for premium athletes. That's what we want to feed and take care of it to support their needs.
Now, I would think, you know, with athletes in general, a big key is keeping them hydrated. Are there signs that we should be looking for in our horses that kind of tip us off, like, hey, we better be looking at getting them some more water?
Well, the biggest thing that I would tell every rodeo person or every horse owner is that you need to be paying attention to your horse's water bucket. If you don't physically know how much your horse drinks in a day, that's a problem. So shame on you. Make sure you take the time to monitor your horse's water intakes, especially when we're coming into, you know, the summer. I would say give your horses electrolytes at least once a day. Again, a dehydrated horse will increase your chance of colic, and that can be a pretty expensive vet bill. So anytime we're coming into thunderstorms, like today here in Nebraska, we're going to be getting some thunderstorms. As a horse owner, I'd say make sure you get some electrolytes in your horse's water. Again, keep them hydrated. I can't stress that enough.
All right, Krystal, we kind of touched on a lot of different bases there. If there was one more thing that you think folks kind of overlook every now and then, but they really need to pay attention to it as far as animal nutrition goes, what would that thing be?
Well, the biggest thing I'd say is that Google is a wonderful asset when it comes to asking questions, trying to find answers. But if you really want to know the facts and the science behind your feeds and products, don't hesitate to call the 1-800 number that Purina provides for customers. We would love to be a source for, you know, your questions. If you have anything technical, we're here for you. I'm here in central Nebraska, so I actually am out on the farms daily, weight taping horses, looking at horses, helping answer any questions. So if anyone does need help, I am a resource that you guys can call me. My cell phone number is 219-208-1299. Please give me a call, and I'd love to come out to your farm and look at your horses.
Krystal, thanks for taking a minute and sharing all that with us.
Thank you.
For News Channel Nebraska, I'm Andy Klassen.
In the Field with Andy, brought to you by Aurora Co-op.